Precision Door, a name you can trust.
Today we're talking about Torsion Springs. This is a galvanized spring. It's a cold rolled steel spring with galvanized coating. You're going to find this spring on a lot of the budget installation doors. When we run service calls or we go to repair doors, we generally find this particular spring in this condition here. This is a galvanized spring that over time has rusted and create points in which friction builds in between the coils, causing the spring to snap. Over here we have two different springs that Precision Door carries. This is an E-coated, hot oil tempered, hot rolled spring. What that means is the steel was rolled when it was at a higher temperature and pushes out any air that would be in the steel coil itself. It's electronically coated to reduce rust. This spring is one of our service springs that we use to replace torsion springs that break. We also carry a powder coated torsion spring that is also hot oil tempered and hot rolled. It's not only powder coated on the exterior of the spring, but on the interior as well, reducing any rust that can get on this spring at all. This spring is generally going to run a lot quieter. When it spins and torques on itself, you can barely hear it. As opposed to the galvanized spring, this spring is amplified by 2 when it's up on top of the door on the torsion system. And this door will run louder with these springs, and you can hear the friction and the rubbing together. That is what causes this spring to break, as it's rubbing on itself and on the coil, which will eventually cause it to snap. These two springs right here might be a little bit more up front, but the long run, these springs are going to last almost double the length of a galvanized spring, and they'll hold the tension for just as long. These springs generally will hold the weight of the door for 95% of their life, versus a galvanized spring will lose its tension within the first 2 years and become only about 40 to 50% useful.
Precision Door Service, a name you can